This is Johnson's Park, located in the Emory Grove community of Gaithersburg. Today, it's a standard baseball diamond in the middle of suburbia, but there's a rich history here. Beginning in 1877, African Americans came here from far and wide to attend the Emory Grove Camp Meetings. In her youth, Nina Clark attended those meetings.
Camp meetings had two purposes. One was winning souls back to God. Of course, black people leaned on God very heavily because of the experiences they had gone through in slavery. So and then it was also a money-making venture for the area churches that took part in. They had little food booths around and they sold food, and that was money for their church treasurers.
This is Emory Grove of today. In the mid-1800s, freed slaves settled here, building churches and establishing a community. In the summers, they gathered on this land for tent revival meetings.
It started in Bowman's Woods. You see, it was nice and cool, and usually white people will allow the black people to use their land, their wooded areas where you could sit under the shade trees, and it moved up to Mineral Springs, where it is now. Johnson's Park is there now. And they had a large open-sided pavilion and with some chairs in there, and you would go in and there would be a different minister each Sunday, and people would come. They would get somebody who could draw a crowd. So people would come to hear the services, and they would sing and pray and shout and whatever their emotions led them to do. And they would have a good time in church, and then they would eat all this hearty food: cabbage and potatoes, fried chicken and potato salad, cake, homemade, everything homemade, cakes and pies, ice cream, soft drinks. They ate and just had a good time together.
Emory Grove Camp Meetings rapidly became a mainstay for the African Americans who had roots in this part of Montgomery County.
It was like a holiday. Oh, even though it was on Sunday, it was just like a holiday. Everybody stopped everything. You went to Emory Grove Camp.
For nearly 100 years, on 3 Sundays in August, this land, which is now a park, was filled with people praying, celebrating, and enjoying family and friends. Eventually, however, interest waned, and in 1967, the last camp meeting was held in Emory Grove.